So it is 10:05 and I've been vlogging all day, but I've decided that I'm going to scrap everything that I've done and start over. Today I competed in a solo competition in Houston, Texas, and I did really well. I actually think I played better than I ever have my entire life. I was really musical, I was really precise, I think I was really engaging, I had a lot of fun, I had great stage presence. Everything about the performance was really, really great in my eyes. And if you're someone who knows me, you'll know that I'm not the kind of person that says those kinds of things. I'm usually really hard on myself. If something is really great, I'll usually say it wasn't perfect. I'm kind of a pessimist when it comes to performance. But today was awesome. It was great. I played so well. I walked out of the competition room and I felt amazing about how I performed. So you may be wondering, did I win? The answer is no, I did not. I came in second place. And that's great. Second place is fine. Second place is a good placement. Now, I will admit that I'm a super competitive person. If I'm competing in something, I want to win. Even if I'm not competing in something, I want to be the best at that something. That's just part of who I am. So there's no denying that I was a little disappointed when I found out that I got second place today. But here's the thing. I'm okay with second place, but I'm not okay with how that second place came about. And it's really caused me to think about competitions and honestly my entire life. To give you a little bit of a context, let me tell you how this competition works. I walk into a room and I play 40 minutes of music for one judge. Not 2 or 3 judges, not the American Idol style, but one judge. I get one opinion and so does everyone else. During these 40 minutes, the one judge listens, or so you think, listens to the performance and he gives you comments on what he thinks. And that's great. We should have people who listen to us who don't know us, and we should have people who give us comments that are unbiased. After the results were announced today and I got second place and I got my comment sheet back, I was extremely disappointed with what I saw. The comments were awful. They had nothing to do with what they actually heard. It had everything to do with what they saw on a piece of paper. See, when we enter the competition, part of it is that we have to give them the music that we're going to play so the judges can follow along while we play. And that's a great concept. You want someone to be able to identify a spot in the music that maybe they think was great or that you need to work on. A problem only arises, though, when a judge decides to use that score, that music, as a crutch for all of their musical opinions and comments. One of the first comments I read when I looked at my sheets had to do with a tempo marking. So I was supposed to play a section at 184 beats per minute, and they had calculated miraculously that I played it a few clicks faster. Okay. Great, maybe I did play it a few clicks faster, but what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with you experiencing the music? When is the last time you saw someone at a rock concert that had the lyrics out and were making sure that they stayed right with the lyric? The answer is you haven't, because that's not what music is about. Music is about sharing ideas. Music is about moving someone. It's about communicating on a different level that you can't do with words. And that's exactly what I want to do and I try to do in every one of my performances. I want to connect with somebody. I want to look them in the eye and I want to play a line just for them. I want to move them in some way. I don't care about 184 beats per minute if I'm a few clicks faster. What I care about is whether they are being moved by what I'm doing. And all of the comments were like this. They were all just completely contrived and had nothing to do with the sound or the music that I was producing. It just had to do with whether I stayed right with the black on the page. And now that I think back to it, as I was performing and I look at the judge, I never saw his head up. And I realized why his comments were like this. He never got out of the music. He never experienced the performance. And unfortunately, that's what judging has become in my world of brass performance and classical performance. It's become so contrived, it's become so fit in the box. It has nothing to do with what you're presenting. It has just everything to do with, are you doing it the way that we want you to do it? I've competed a lot, and I've won a lot. I've also lost a lot, and I'll be the first to tell you when I deserve to lose. And perhaps I did today. I didn't hear the person who won, but what I'm after is a quality experience, a quality time to share music, and these competitions aren't that at all. These competitions have just become a way for people to put things on their CVs and their resume, little things that they can say that they have done. And I don't blame anyone for that because I do the same thing. I did the same thing. Like I said, I've won plenty of competitions and I'll put them all over my CV. I put them all over my resume because they're great things to have. But I'm learning more and more that trying to win these competitions is like trying to win a girl in middle school. It's impossible. You're floating around and wondering if they like what you're doing. So instead of spending time on yourself and making yourself better, you're worried about someone else and whether they think you're good enough. And for that reason, I'm disheartened at the whole system. I'm disheartened in every way imaginable when it comes to this whole competition thing. I mean, I've never really been a huge competition guy, but I've done them because that's kind of what you should do. It's a good experience. It's a way to do new music. It's a way to collaborate with people. It's a way to get out of your comfort zone, and I think that's great. But I'm going to call it quits on competitions forever. And you may be thinking, wow, what a sore loser. He is going to quit competitions just because he lost one of them. Sure, go ahead and think that. I don't care. For me, I'm enjoying no part of this process. I'm enjoying no part of the competition process. I'm realizing in my most love aspects of my life, I love every part of the process, even the parts that suck. You know, building a business, having to stay up all night, having to cold call, whatever you have to do, the parts that really suck, I still love those. And I think that's when you know you found something that you should be doing. And for that reason, I have to stop competitions. If I don't enjoy the process, if I don't love every part of it, then why would I do it? That little line or note that I could put on my CV or resume just isn't worth it. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my energy. It's not worth me pushing aside my ideals and my ideas so I can hopefully please somebody else. So while I was completely humbled and disappointed by this loss today, I'm actually really happy it happened. I am completely free in my mind right now. I was going to be doing lots of competitions in the next few months, and I'm going to delete and cancel all of them. If I'm going to do something, I better be in love with it, and I hope everyone does too. I will never look down upon someone who wants to do competitions and who loves them, but I hope they would do it for the right reason and love the entire process rather than doing it like me, which was just to get something on the CV or the resume. Today was a good day.